All right, we are live.
We are live.
What's up, Tiffany? We are waiting
What's
on
up,
Kevin.
Cole?
Kevin
Yes.
is
Uh,
MIA.
Okay. He said he's coming in soon.
Oh, he did say he did respond.
Yeah, he said he's coming in soon.
Okay, so Kevin will be here soon. Tiffany, how are you? How was your week?
So far, so good. Happy Easter to anybody that celebrate Easter. Many blessings. Everything so far is good. God is good. How was your week so far?
My week was excellent. You know me. Any day above ground is a good day.
Ashe.
So,
Yes. Shout
so
out to everybody out there.
yes,
Hope your week and your weekend is going well.
all right. So today we're gonna talk about lots of stuff. We're gonna try to pack it all in. Our shows have been going pretty long. I'm trying to, they say less is more. So I'm gonna try to. But if the show is hot, then obviously we're gonna keep going. Um, but we're going to talk about. I don't know if you guys heard about. There's a new reboot of the. Remember the '70s TV show Good Times?
Yes, I grew up off of good times. Many of us have.
Well, Netflix and MacFarlane, the guy that did Family Guy, and Steph Curry's also part of it. Steph Curry.
Yes, a few notable people.
They all did a reboot, a cartoon reboot of the show Good Times, and it's getting a lot of backlash from the black community because they're saying it's just too ratchet. It's very stereotypical. Obviously, we have videos we're going to show so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Some people like it, but it seems like majority of people think that whenever it comes to black people, they always have to show the negative side. Um, Also, we're going to talk about Mr. P Diddy, and it's not really talking about him per se. We're going to talk about the rampant sexual abuse that goes on not only in Hollywood. It just keeps it's going on in if you work at a warehouse. It seems no matter where you work, and there's someone in charge, somebody's dropping their pants, and it's just out of hand. I was just telling Tiffany we might have to stop, taking a piece of penis off because it, it's it's just getting way, way out of hand. Um, Also, Nickelodeon, also the child actors on the Nickelodeon. Nick. Remember that Nickelodeon? The kids that grew up that were on that show, all the different kid shows, they're now coming out and saying that they had to deal with sexual abuse. Uh, so I don't know if this is ever going to end, but Tiffany, I was so serious when I told we got to start taking off parts of the male appendage.
You ready to chop it? I think that we're gonna have to go deeper, like go into people backgrounds.
Yeah,
A lot of the producers that were behind the scenes, they had a background of pedophilia, or some type of abuse against children, but they were hired to work on these sets, a part of production. And
yeah,
it's horrible. And again, everyone, this is fair use only, educational purposes. We do not own the rights to the content or the music or anything that we're talking about. Is just our opinion, and everything is alleged. Please, we want to make sure we put that in, but it's out of control, Carl. It's horrible. The
yes.
sexual deviancy is disgusting.
It is, and it needs to stop. And it can't
Yes.
stop. There's no way you can tell me you have to abuse kids. There's no way. I'm not even buying that.
But
Also,
also the parents need to be on point too.
yes. Also, we're going to talk about the immigrants that were killed on the bridge. They were
Um,
out there working 1 o'clock in the morning, filling potholes. The jobs that a lot of people in America don't want to do. Again, the immigrants came in and they were doing it and they died, and it's sad. And also, we're going to pay a little tribute to Mr. Louis Gossett Jr. We all know him from Officer and the Gentleman. He played the fiddler on the
and Roots,
show.
yes.
So we're gonna give a little tribute to him. So we're gonna kick it off right now with a reboot. You're gonna see a reboot of Good Times, and give us your honest opinion. What do you think of this? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is it just comedy? Should we lighten up? Don't take it so serious. It's just a cartoon. They're just trying to be funny, but the funny always seems to come at our expense, and I'm not sure why that is. So here we go.
Urgent news.
Let me guess. The state called and they want to cut you a disability check for your face.
Hold up. You can get paid for that?
This is from a fool who stares at his orange juice every morning.
It says concentrate on the box. Who the dummy now?
Shit. Me for not wearing a condom.
Shadows fall over my heart.
It all started with my grandfather, James Evans. My job as the man of this house is to take care of this family no matter what.
I just want to let you know I'm going to take good care of Gray.
Who is this I'm about to kill?
Juan, my boyfriend. Daddy, let him go.
Baby, she come with me.
Junior's repeating the 10th grade for the 3rd time.
Is there anything you can suggest to help him get to the drive-thru?
Can you do OnlyFans? Take off your shoes. Let me see what kind of feet you working with.
I'll take you to the dark side.
Dear Black Heavenly Father, College Redeemer, if you could just help us.
Son, it's for you.
New phone. Who this?
Black, everything.
At least they ain't got that drug-dealing baby under my roof no more.
Man, my mouth ready for some milk right now.
Dalvin, why are you so breast obsessed? It's childish, man.
Bruh, I'm a baby. I can't get no more childish than that.
In a nocturnal state of mind.
Your neighborhood is a real shithole. It's the system. They put the guns and drugs on the streets.
Underneath this black, black sky.
This is getting dangerous. I won't just sit back and let you put yourself in harm's way. I love you too very much.
Everything black.
The revolution will not be televised.
Come on, Rosa Parks, can't you just enjoy this?
Black bird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything black.
We're just as good as the Evans of old.
Isn't that just dynamite?
But the truth is, we're the Evans of new.
Bitch, you look like money.
Everything black.
What about the struggle?
We're black. It'll be here tomorrow.
Everything black. Black bird, black moon.
Urgent news.
Let me guess. The state called and they
This is the Netflix reboot of the show Good Times. I think we need to boycott this one. My name is Brother Legend, and I'm here to raise your consciousness. This show is already problematic for so many reasons. I'm just going to give you 3 and keep it pushing. The first one is, how you going to have a show talking about black people and the black struggle and black families, and it's produced by 2 members of the Cauliflower Coalition? I've never seen Steph Curry's name in the credits before, but I feel like he's just there as a token. But this is something Seth MacFarlane is known to do. For those of you that don't know, Seth MacFarlane is the creator of Family Guy and The Cleveland Show. You can't find me one show about a white family with all black producers. But somehow, this guy has gotten away with 4 seasons of making fun of black stereotypes and black trauma. Not to mention, this is the voice actor of the father in the show, which is literally blackface. Aside from the stereotypes of obesity and promiscuous curvy women, the second reason it's problematic is because in the Good Times reboot, Seth MacFarlane once again adultifies a young black boy. The adultification of young black boys is the reason why they get longer sentences and more incarcerated. It's the reason they have a harder time in school and are more likely to be disciplined. But to Seth MacFarlane, this is funny somehow, because in Good Times, he's decided to include a drug-dealing baby in the show. And I can go into this a lot further, but I'm gonna keep it pushing, like I said. The last reason this is problematic is because it's literally the reason John Amos, the dad from the original Good Times, left the show. After 3 long seasons, John Amos left the show because he didn't like the direction of the character JJ. You know, the one whose catchphrase was dynamite. He felt the show was focusing too much on JJ's comedic antics at the expense of other important serious storylines. Additionally, Amos had concerns about the lack of diversity in the writing team and how the scripts portrayed African American characters. He believed that the white writers' perceptions of black family and black fatherhood did not align with his own experiences, and basically it wasn't reflective of reality. And so here we are once again with the Good Times reboot with characters that aren't reflective of black reality, written by and executive produced by non-black people. If you want part 2, I can get into it. Let me know. One love.
Listen, there is nothing good about this Good Times trailer that I just watched. Even though I watched less than 15 seconds of it, I feel like I set the whole entire black community back at least 50 years. First of all, fuck Norman Lear forever. The man is 6 feet under and he's still profiting off of black people. According to Eric Monte, he claims that Norman Lear stole the show idea for Good Times, The Jeffersons, and What's Happening. And I believe him. And to be clear, I never liked this dude. Even the way he smiles in this picture is anti-black. Steph Curry, I don't know if this is your first movie. You definitely need to be suspended from the Hollywood game. And I can't call out the producers if I'm not going to call out the cast too. As for Yvette Nicole Brown, she knows better. I can admit, she's very talented. Exhausting to follow on Twitter, but she is talented. I didn't really care for JB Smoove until I started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. Marseille Martin, what the fuck? Girl, we are all rooting for you. Ed Farrell, I really don't have high expectations for him anyway, so that's that. As for Slink, I don't know how to feel about him because I'm still processing the show Black Jesus that he did, but I'm still disappointed. Venus, I knew you from the D.L. Hughley show, but whoever booked you and Rashida on this project failed both of you. I don't know you, Jessica Michaela, but I would not be putting Good Times in any of my bios on social media. There is no excuse for Hollywood to be making some trash-ass animated show like this, especially in 2024, when there's a great black animated show called Young Love that exists. It's a great show. It's very relatable. The writing for this show, chef kisses. Not only that, the couple is struggling financially as well. And the dialogue wasn't stereotypical or coonish. If you have Netflix, please don't watch this. And please don't be hate watching it like I do them Tyler Perry films.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwashed education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
What up, Kev?
Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, Kev. How you
Hey,
doing, babes?
I'm hanging in there. A little under the weather. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm here.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks for
I'm
being here,
alive.
babes. Yes, you're live.
All good in the hood?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just got a migraine headache. I think I'm having caffeine withdrawal, so I stopped drinking coffee. And one of the side effects is migraines because you're addicted to caffeine, basically. So I think I'm having migraine headaches because I'm not drinking the caffeine.
Oh, you're
Lay
gonna
off the
make me
coffee.
stop drinking caffeine. Jeeves, I don't
Well,
want
if
to
you
get
stop
started.
drinking caffeine, you're gonna have really bad headaches like I'm having right now. So, because caffeine it's addictive, it's a drug, and your body gets used to it. So if you stop taking it, then you get those headaches. And I have like all day. Like today, I didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts, and now I got a bad headache. So, because I normally go to Dunkin' Donuts to get my French vanilla frozen coffee every day. I
Can't you
didn't do
get
that.
it decaffeinated
I guess you can, yeah.
and wean yourself off like that?
I don't know. I'm just
Try
trying to go
it.
cold. I'm trying to go cold turkey, but I might have
Oh,
to,
okay.
try something. If the headaches persist, I'm gonna definitely do something. But right now, I'm fighting.
Get a coffee patch. Can you get a coffee patch to put on your arm?
I
They
ain't know.
have coffee
I ain't know that
patches.
they have
No,
coffee patches. Oh, you
no.
being something?
I said, you making up stuff?
You making up stuff? Yeah, I ain't know they had no coffee patch. They need one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what's up, Gina? Gina's checking in. Jeff
Hey,
Short from
everybody.
Mississippi. What's
Yes.
up, Jeff? Donna, hey, good. What's up, Donna? Donna's checking in. And I
Hey,
want to
Tom.
shout out to all those that are watching that are not checking in. We still see you and we still love you and thank you.
Thank you.
So Jeff Short is going to kick it off with a very good question. What up, Nicole Coast? Just checked in. Hey,
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 sister.
Nicole. Jeff Short asks, the question is, why were the people that participated in the reboot okay with doing it? Also, the gentleman,
Yes.
yes, also the gentleman said, why don't we see a remake of old white sitcoms? Yeah, why
Yes.
were they? And um, Wanda Sykes is on that, so maybe Kevin can call up Wanda and ask her why was she a part of the Good Times reboot. Kevin, did you see the video we showed? of the Good Times reboot.
I miss 80% of it, and
But
I could answer that question for everybody who's not in show business.
yeah,
Uh, they're doing it for the money.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
that's it.
yes.
End of story. Show's over. Let's do something else. No, I'm serious. I mean, people. Why do they do this? First of all, most people that do stuff don't know it's a bad product while they're doing it. Like you go film a movie, while you're on the set of the movie or set of a TV show, filming a sitcom, and you do what we call a pilot. People don't know that it's bad. You're filming something. It's not like you're singing a song in the studio and you know your voice sucks. You know what I mean? Like you're acting out something. You don't know the product is bad. You know, like they don't know.
But
They're
right.
this
doing something. They're putting their heart and their talent into something, trying to make it good. They think it's good. They think the writing's good. They're going to rely on the
but
writers and everything. They don't know as they're filming this, doing animated voices for these cartoons and stuff like that, that this product may be bad, you know.
but but it's also good to the white people when they buy they selling it. They want to see this stereotypical type of thing about us. I was appalled. First of all, you see, when Carl got in contact with us, he talked about stereotypes. He never said anything about this good times to the last minute. That's how he does stuff on us. He throws it on us. So now I go and I Google it and I look at the 2 minute trailer and my mouth was like this the whole time. Like
Really, I haven't seen the trailer. Wow.
it's if you have minute, you have to see it. The trailer is ridiculous. You know, people, if y'all need to rewind and come back to the live, I don't care. But the it's too much. Esther Roll is turning over in her grave. Okay, I know that they did not want this to come out like this. It's very ratchet, and like you said, it's very stereotypical. I would not want my children, my friends. I wouldn't want nobody watching it. I'm very disappointed in the people that actually has a hand in it because we know a few of them.
Can
You
we
know,
can we name a white show, an Asian show, a Latino show, cartoon, whatever, that's equivalent to what we see that they're doing with black people? Can we name a
no.
Well, have they had one? I mean, there's no really. There
Well,
haven't. I mean, we've had. I mean, what? I mean, I mean,
Family Guy is horrible, and he did the other black show too. What's his name?
Family Guy's
Seth.
a white cartoon, though, right?
Yeah, Seth, and I don't like that. With Stewie, the little Stewie little
I've
thing, that
never
little pink
watched it.
haired baby.
It's the same producers.
Yes.
Well, Family Guy is horrible. I never watched The Simpsons,
I
so I
never
can't tell you.
watched it either.
I can't tell if The Simpsons is good or not. I never even watched one episode of The Simpsons, so I don't know if it's good or not. So, I mean, I don't know. That's. I mean, I don't know if
And
other
that
people watch
other
it.
black show. What's the other black show? I didn't even know that this wasn't written by black people. Now you saying that white people is writing how we feel and what we go through. It was horrible. I would not watch it. People, like that young lady said, don't waste your time watching it on Netflix. Cause I'm not. I would not give them no views or nothing.
I mean,
Damn.
I understand what Kevin is saying to do it for the money because I know. I mean, we're in the same business, Kevin and I know uh, comedians, and I'm not too in with actors, but I know comedians will hit their grandmother over the head with a weed whacker to get a sitcom.
I'm just saying, Carl, if Wanda Sykes called me up and said, "Hey, Kev, we're doing a reboot of Good Times, and we want you to participate in the product," I'm gonna do it. I don't know that it's gonna be bad.
So
Matter of
you're not
fact,
gonna look over the script
But
first?
that's what I'm.
wait, look, I did. Wanda Sykes called me up and asked me to participate in season 9 of Last Comic Standing. I thought the show was horrible. I thought Norm Macdonald was a horrible addition to the show. I tell people all the time, and I've said it on other podcasts publicly that the show was horribly produced. And Wanda and her partner Paige produced the show. I didn't think it was done well at all. So I mean, but so I mean, so yeah, when you get these calls from producers to do sitcoms or do shows of that sort, it's going to be like as an entertainer, you just go and get that check and you go and you hope that your talent makes it better or you could
No,
contribute to it
no.
being good. You don't know though, Tiff,
No,
when you
you're
take
not
these
gonna look
jobs.
at
You
the
don't know
script.
that it's bad. You don't know that it's bad when you take the job.
No,
But
no, no, no. You don't look at the script. Don't they ask you to look at the script first before you make a decision?
Of course. I mean, but
All
that
right,
don't
and if
mean
the
that.
script is stereotypical and it's showing stupidness that you don't would not want your own son to watch, why would you even be a part of that? Because of the you said because of the money? Yeah, I understand the money, but nobody got no morals today. I don't think Denzel Washington would do that daggone show.
I mean, I understand what Kevin's saying, but at some point, and I know this is probably never going to happen, and Kevin always says it's never going to happen. All of those black people are going to say, "Listen, we can make this funny, but it doesn't have to be this ratchet or this stereotypical. It doesn't have to be like this. There's lots of different ways to be funny." And with all that talent, I'm sure they could have banded together and say, "Hey, we're going to do it, but this is not the kind of good times we want to put out. We want to put out a funny good times that's not this stereotypical a drug dealing baby, and all that kind of stuff."
But
Right.
even when you watch Good Times today, and Good Times is a great sitcom to a certain extent, but even if you watch the real Good Times, it's some of it's still cringeworthy. You know,
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
watching before I was downstairs in my recliner and fighting this headache. I was watching on YouTube a lot of Louis Gossett Jr. Stuff on YouTube. Just
Rest in
reminiscing what a
peace.
great actor he was. I was watching some of his clips from when he played Fiddler, and I was
Yes.
cringe. I was cringing.
Roots.
And I was cringing when him and LeVar Burton was doing a scene, and he going, "I'm gonna teach you to be a good nigger."
Yes.
And I'm thinking, this is on regular television back in the
Right.
70s, right? Oh, 80s, whenever Roots came out. That was regular TV. And here, Louis Gossett Jr. saying to LeVar Burton, who played the actor Kunta Kinte, "I'm gonna teach you to be a good nigger. That's my job. I teach you to be a good." And I'm cringing watching this downstairs an
Yes.
hour ago. So did Louis got in that role, is a masterpiece, right? But when he read the script, he realized he had to say that on national television in front of millions of people. He had to use the N word,
But
and,
they
and,
were
and
being iconic.
a lot of those white actors who weren't racist, also had to use the N word. And I've read
But
uh, stories how hard it was for some of those white actors to actually say
To
the N
say
word
that.
when they're acting with. They had trouble
but
being assholes and being playing slave owners. That it wasn't easy for the white guys to be slave owners in
And
that
I know
movie.
it wasn't easy for him playing that part, but that whole movie was iconic. That whole series was iconic.
But it's still
People,
cringeworthy.
we
What I'm
never
saying.
saw anything like that. They made that because we needed to see that. We didn't need to see this. What they just put up there. I didn't need to see a drug dealing baby. I don't need to see a shootout in the projects and stuff like that. You know how many people have to go through these things already? And then for you to actually put it there and make a joke or a mockery of it. Come on. And why
Right.
would you name it Good Times? Why?
Right.
Why? Do it something else. So that means they bought the name of it, or as you said, Norman Lear, and he's gone now. This man is dead. And he's still making money off of our black trauma. It's just too
But
much.
but Tiff, even regular Good Times, the TV show was the same way. That song, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, scratching and surviving, good times, temporary layoffs, good times. I mean, the song was demeaning anyway. I mean, the song was telling this black family, good times, temporary layoffs. Good. There was nothing positive about that song.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing
The lady singing that
positive,
song was singing her
but
ass off, by
people
the
were
way.
in the projects going through that.
Yeah, but it still wasn't good times. It wasn't good
No,
times.
it wasn't no good times, but you know us black people make the best out of everything.
Well, Norman Lear and his crew decided that black people enjoy living like that, and that's why it's good
No, you're
times. That's
right.
why they named the show Good Times.
Right.
They could name the sitcom Hard Times. That's what they should have named it, but they named it Good Times, right?
Yeah, it should have been
And that's
hard
one of the reasons.
times.
And that's one of the reasons John Amos, had his issues and left the show, right? Because
And Florida too, because they didn't even want her to have a husband in the house, and she didn't want that. She wanted to have a father figure in the house, you know. So we learning a lot. We learning a lot, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not watching it. I'm
no,
not
I'm
watching
not
it.
either because okay, where's the TV show showing rednecks living in trailer parks? Why don't they show that?
yeah,
Oh, what's that? What's that?
honey, honey,
Duckville,
honey,
Duckville.
boo boo, and all those shows, Honey Boo Boo, and what's the other one they had that was on a few years ago?
What's that? Duck
They've had a lot
Duck
of redneck shows.
Fantasy.
I mean, even if you go as far as back as Andy Griffin, that was rednecks. I mean, so I wouldn't go. I wouldn't say that far. Look, white people are dumb on TV. Just they make us look dumb. White people look dumb on television. We
But
watch, so
yeah, but
I,
they're
I
not
don't think
doing
it's
it to the extent they did that Good Times. Now that Good Times was ridiculous. That new one, and like I said, I don't even know why they even. Oh, I didn't like it. It was horrible.
no.
You
I
got to
haven't
see
seen the
it,
trailer. I'm sure I'm
Kev.
not going to watch it anyway. But I haven't seen the trailer. And if it's disgusting, like you guys said, is I have to check it out. But I wouldn't watch it anyway. I don't. I'm not a big fan of reboots of shows anyway. Like I don't. I didn't even watch when they redid the Jeffersons. Wanda Sykes was part of that product
Oh, that
project.
was the live, what you call it. Now, I'm going to tell you this.
I didn't
Some
watch
of
it.
it was a little good, but it was like the live version with them updated. It was different, but it wasn't like this. Like
Yeah,
you
some
like,
things
oh,
you just aren't supposed to mess with. I don't think nobody can recapture. I know Jamie Foxx is probably one of the top three most talented humans walking the planet, but I don't think you can capture what Sherman Hemsley was. So
no,
some
he
things
could
should just
never
be
do it,
good.
but he did an okay job. It wasn't that bad. Like, oh my god, he should have kept his ass home. But you know that Jamie Foxx is a good actor anyway. You know he's an
He's great.
awesome actor.
He's
But
great.
like you said, I don't think that certain stuff need not to be remade. Certain things need to be left alone. And yes, you can give a homage, like you give a respect to a certain sitcom. But actually, for them to do it the way they did it, I'm telling you, I was cringing. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, in my opinion, they intentionally try to make it as ghetto, as ratchet as
Yes.
they went in. To me, in my opinion, they went in, and I know if somebody's paying me a certain amount of money when the entertainment industry, you don't even care. You just take the money, like we said, grab the money and run.
Right.
But who is it? Some comments.
Sometimes we get in trouble for that, but that's just the way it goes, man.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I'm sure they read the script. They knew what it. You know what I mean, but and unless they're appealing to a certain demographic, maybe they're not appealing to the as they would
The
say.
grown folks, but we don't want our young folk. I wouldn't want my nephew to watch that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather him watch the old good times and Jeffersons and them before I let him watch
Yeah.
that.
So Jeff Short on Mississippi Bro says, my thing is if you stand on certain principles and morals, it's if you stand on certain principles and morals, it just some roles or parts you're just not going to do. There's just some roles or parts you're just not. If you stand on morals and principles, there's just some roles you're not going to do.
Really?
That's what he's saying. If you stand on morals and principles,
Yeah, it's
Cat
certain movies
Williams,
I'm not gonna do. If I
and
feel
Cat
uncomfortable,
Williams,
I'm not doing
Cat
it.
Williams said he refused millions of dollars. Remember that? Cat Williams said
Yes.
he refused millions of dollars
Yeah.
to do
He
certain
said
things.
Martin came to him and brought him a movie and he was excited. He wanted to do the movie. He said it was Big Mama House 2 and he wanted him to wear a dress. He said no. He said he didn't want to do it. So yes, you can be able to look over the script and say, you know what? I don't know.
Can I say something? Can I rebuke that for a second? And I saw the interview, and I believe every word that Cat said. It's easy for Cat Williams to tell Martin no when you already got $5 million sitting in your bank account. Cat Williams was freaking not working, driving fucking Lyft and Uber, and Martin offered him a couple $1 million to put that dress on. He could put the dress on. All right. Thank you.
I don't think so.
I don't know Cat Williams, but I from what I've seen, I think he would have still said no.
I think he would have still said no too. I'm
It's
not
easy
putting
to
on
say
the dress.
no when you
But
got a
are
couple
you
$1 million
gonna put on
sitting in
the
the bank.
dress? Are you gonna put on the dress?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not doing this with you. I'm not. I'm not doing this with you.
If
So
Martin called me up and said, Kevin, we're filming Bad Boys 5 starting this summer, and we need you to wear a dress in this scene, I'm wearing the dress. I'm
at
sorry.
least we know
But
what you
all right,
do.
speaking of wearing the dress, back in the day, I'm sure we all remember this guy.
Don't you know there's sick people in this hospital? there with you. Who are you? I'm the night nurse. My name is Geraldine. Yeah. I'm what you call an angel of mercy. What's wrong with you, Foz? Listen. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I mean that. Don't you ever touch me. Yes. Oh, Ralph, I want you to be my grandmother.
Yes,
Don't you touch me.
Don't you ever touch me. You don't know me that well.
That's my grandma, honey.
Yes, your grandmother practically brought you up. You were inseparable. You did everything together.
We even double dated. Grandma, remember Harry and Joe Johnson?
Well, you gotta see it to believe it.
Well, you better believe it, because you ain't gonna get to see it.
Very interesting. Nobody forced Flip Wilson to put that dress on.
Maybe he wanted to put it on willingly.
Yeah, I believe he did. I think it's just something that he chose, something he thought was funny, and something that, growing up a kid in the 70s, I remember watching the Flip Wilson show. There was a black man that had
My
his own
mother
TV
talked
show.
about it.
Yeah, a black man had his own TV show. They sitting next to another black man on there that had a TV show. Bill Cosby was in that scene. So I mean,
No, they was working
but
on a TV show. It wasn't
here's the
theirs.
thing though. Nobody criticized Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson never got criticized for that.
How you know?
But I know. I'm almost 60 years old. I wasn't born yesterday.
I know, but I'm saying we don't know. We didn't have it like we have social media where people are voicing their opinion.
That's just what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You beat me to the punch.
Oh,
Now everybody has a mic, and everybody knows everything, and everybody has an opinion. See, social media has given everybody a freaking microphone. And everybody now is a critic, and everybody's an expert. And that's the problem with America. That's the problem with the world right now, because everybody has an opinion now. Everybody. Everybody sitting at home in the living room is now got their own TV show. They just go. Everybody on TikTok has an opinion now. Everybody's guilty before they've been found guilty. Diddy's guilty before he's been found guilty. I mean, everybody's guilty before,
yeah. It's
thanks to
very
social media,
one-sided. It's
thanks to
not
social
critical
media,
thinking.
everything, is everybody's guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can go to trial anymore and be found innocent.
Yeah.
We live in a world now where just everything is what social media says, So,
It's no critical thinking. Everybody already thinking the worst. It's horrible. It's horrible, but I'm gonna be honest. I watched this. I'm not watching it, y'all. I'm sorry,
yeah,
and
I don't
I
blame
don't
you.
want my man doing this, being in a dress for $5 million. I really don't. That don't make me excited.
If you had a boyfriend and he came home and said, "Baby, I got a part in the movie. I got to wear a dress that pay me $10 million," you're gonna tell him no?
It's acting. Acting is acting. That's what amazes me. Like, people forget that these people are actors.
But also, we
When
know
Will
the
Smith puts on
man.
if Martin and Will Smith have a dress on in the new Bad Boys movie, when it's over, they put on their regular street clothes when the cameras start rolling, get in their cars and drive back to their house or to their hotel and get ready for the next day of filming. I
If
mean,
you're an
it's not.
actor, that's your
Yeah,
thing. If you are
those people are
actor
actor
and
and
you making your
comedian.
money, so be it. But don't get my regular dude off the street that I was just walking with. He ain't no actor, and you gonna offer him some money. That's just too much.
You know what, Carl? You
Yeah.
know what? A guy who's probably gotten more women than most human beings walking this planet is Prince. and Prince
Oh, we was talking about Prince
and
today, me and my
Prince
friends.
wore heels. makeup. I mean, Prince is the modern day Little Richard, but Little Richard was openly a gay man, right?
Right. But that was
Yeah.
that era.
But
Remember,
but
that's an
but
era.
but well, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, but
It
Prince
didn't last long. Not everybody wear
Prince
mascara.
was
Now they
definitely
are.
into the women, and Prince got women,
Yes, he
and got a
did.
lot of women, a lot of beautiful women. And Prince wore high heels. Prince wore
Yes.
makeup. I don't remember anybody ever criticizing Prince about his makeup, about anything feminine that he did. One of the most feminine human beings you're ever going to see in your life.
But that
But
was that. Michael Jackson was a little
don't leave your
feminine
girl with him.
looking.
Don't leave your girl with him. That's what I would
Word.
tell you. Leave your girl around Prince if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, but Prince didn't come up in the social media era either, right?
Right.
This is all before social media, you know. And by the time social media became a big thing, Prince was basically Prince. You know, at that point, you know, he was an untouchable icon, right? Nobody
Right.
dared criticize him, you know, and they still won't, you know, because he's
Mhm.
Prince, you know. But I'm just saying, we live in a world now where everybody thinks there's nothing new under the sun. I mean,
No, you're
Geraldine,
right about
Flip
that. But
Wilson was wearing a dress, and now everybody's gonna criticize Martin for wearing a dress in Big Mama's house, or everybody gonna criticize the Wayans for wearing the
it's
dress
getting too
in White
much. It's
Chicks,
getting
you
too
know. But I'm like,
much.
this has been done before, and like
They
Marlon
don't need
Wayans
the
said,
dress though. They don't need the dress.
nobody's criticizing Robin Williams when he dressed up in a dress in his movie Mrs. Doubtfire. What's the other guy who played Tootsie? The actor that played Tootsie, what's his
They
name?
like wearing dresses.
He had a dress on. Nobody criticized these guys though. You know, when the white guys
Most of the
do it.
men that you are calling out, they don't
I-
have a
the, the,
problem with wearing the dress.
the reason that nobody that the reason is because the Martin they're all from an oppressed group, right? So putting them in a dress is not like another form of oppression. So that's
But
why,
Paul, you're the one criticizing them.
right?
Black people are white people ain't criticizing Martin or the
They
Wayans
don't
brothers
care. They
or
want to
Flip
see the black
Wilson.
man in the
We're
dress.
criticizing, we're our worst own enemy. We're criticizing. You know, there's more black people on social media beating up Diddy right now than white people.
They
You
don't
know,
have to
search
because
on
the
TikTok.
major
Search
white
on
person
TikTok.
took him down.
It's a black person picking on Diddy. It's a black person saying Diddy's guilty. It's a black person ready
No,
for his downfall.
listen.
50 Cent. You know, we got more black people praying for Diddy's downfall than white people. But we sit here and talk, white people are so bad. White people are, but it might at the top of the food chain. It might be white people that's bringing Diddy down.
I
Because
was
I
about to
said,
say you need to get that right because he
but
done messed with the powers
we
that
talk
be.
about we know that. And we know that. But we're talking about social media wise.
Oh
You
yeah,
go on
black
TikTok,
social
you can
media
be
is
on
getting
TikTok
their
for the next
ass.
hour watching nothing but videos of black people bringing Diddy down. And last time I checked, the man ain't been convicted of nothing.
No, because it's a character assassination. What they're doing.
Donna said,
Well, it's a fascination with black people bringing each other down because black people secretly can't stand the fact that they're not a billionaire and they're not living in that big ass house with a private jet and a yacht. And we always hate on people. We are our worst enemy. We hate on everybody that's successful.
Listen, if he didn't do anything wrong, he wouldn't be in these situations. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of the truth and a little bit of exaggeration. Now, what they said in the chat, Carl?
no, I was gonna say Donna said it's Dustin Hoffman who you were thinking of, Kevin.
Yes, thank you, Dustin Hoffman. No, I sent a video of Luke Campbell to our chat room. I don't know if you guys saw what Luke Campbell said. And that's basically what Luke Campbell said in that video I sent to our chat room. That basically tells you why Diddy's in trouble. Now, I'm not saying he's not guilty of anything, but Luke Campbell broke it down in that video
Yeah.
100% why he's in
Messing
trouble.
with the powers that be,
Yeah,
and believe most of them was in the room with him. Okay,
Well,
most
I
of
mean,
them know
yeah,
his
don't bite the hand that
secrets.
feeds you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's all, you know.
Yes, that's one of the 48 laws of power. Never outshine your master or try to play yourself because they will shut you down.
well,
Fact.
Kevin, it didn't help Diddy that he paid that girl 30 million in like 2 seconds. I mean, that didn't help his case.
No, it
Well,
didn't help
Well,
his case because it,
Michael Jackson did the same thing. He paid off the kid. Then we found out that the kid was lying years later. that the kid was lying, and that the kid actually, I think, committed suicide, or his dad committed suicide out of guilt, because they ruined this man's life with this fake accusation that he raped this kid when he didn't
No,
do it.
no, but
So
I can understand that was what's what, but that Diddy thing that he had to settle because she wasn't only naming him, she was naming record labels, she was naming other companies because who she was with, who she was affiliated with when she was dealing with him. That's another reason why he had to settle immediately. And let me tell you something, we all know that the industry is not for women, especially in the 90s and the early 2000s. So I'm not surprised at the behavior or what is going on with Diddy. And this is part maybe his what we call it, the nigga wake up call. Okay, this is his wake up call. This
All
is
right,
the time to
we're
repent.
going into the other topic. We're talking about Diddy, and it's not about it. To me, it's about there's the sexual abuse that goes on. And it's not just in Hollywood. I was telling Tiffany before we went live. It's everywhere. Wherever you find a man in power, it seems like his pants is always around his ankles. No matter where you go, whether you're in a circus, whether you're in a warehouse,
Power is sex.
you're working in a supermarket. If your boss is a man, what I mean, it seems that the man's pants is always around his ankles, wanting a special favor if there's women around, and that shit's got to stop.
But they know who to do it to. They know who to do it to. They're not going to do it to any and everybody that they know they can get away with. They find like a weak person or a person that has low self-esteem or somebody that they know need a little bit of money, need a little cash, and they take advantage of them. They predators.
Yeah. Charlene, what's up, Charlene? Charlene said there are a ton of people out there that are in and participate in a particular lifestyle similar to what Diddy does. No one says it's no one says a word until someone gets pissed off or cross. True. Diddy's not the only one. Diddy
Right.
is absolutely not the only one.
Most of them people was in the room with him,
It
probably
was
praying
happening
too.
even before Diddy was born.
Okay.
I'm sure it was happening. And
exactly.
but
Yes.
The casting couch has been around
For a very long time.
way back before Marilyn Monroe was an actress.
And,
So I mean,
and,
it
and
was
just
like
like we talk, yeah, just like we talking about the sexual abuse, and we just saw the thing dealing with sexual abuse, the Nickelodeon thing in the industry. The industry is full of pedophiles and sexual deviants.
But that's
Like,
because people. But here's the thing, though: people want to be famous so bad, so bad. I'm no Kevin has seen it because I have seen it. I didn't spend a lot of time in LA. I spent a lot of time in New York around comics and actors, and when you're in that environment and you want fame, and fame is like right there. You could be on stage tonight making $100 a show, and boom, you could be on a sitcom making $50,000 a show.
yep.
So if some guy shows up and say I need you to tickle my balls and I get you on the show, I don't care how straight you are, you gotta think about that shit. You work your whole life to be. This is your goal, So it's
But
easy,
some people have morals where they're
and
not
they
going to
know
do
that.
that either.
there is no morals.
I told you, I
I'm
was
just
I was
kidding.
I was approached a couple times, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean.
And you didn't do it, right?
No,
Okay, so you thought about your morals. You're
yeah.
not going to let your ball hang or touch somebody else's ball for no
There's,
damn come up.
there's not enough money in the world to buy enough Listerine for me to,
Right,
gargle.
to rinse your mouth out.
you know,
And your
but,
spirit. Your
but
spirit will
I,
feel down.
but I can tell you, Tiffany, fame, as some people say, it's intoxicating. And Kevin can tell, like, you do a show, you get off stage, and people want your autograph. People, that is, I mean, Kevin knows, like, it's a
It's
good
an
feeling.
addiction. You think it could be an addiction? Because look at
Yes,
Wendy
I would.
Williams.
I would
Wendy Williams kept saying that. I just wanted to be famous. I want fame,
want
fame.
people to
And look
know
at
you.
you now.
You want people to know you. So it's, but it's okay to say, but unless you're in that position, I get it. Like we were talking about the Good Times reboot earlier, and all the famous people that are doing it.
I'm very disappointed. I'm
But
sorry, y'all.
I still think that they could have put their foot down and said, "Listen, this is not making our people look good.
That's right, and
We
did
can
something
rewrite.
really good.
Yeah, we can rewrite it and make it funny, but it doesn't have. We don't need a drug dealing baby. Why do we need a drug dealing? Why is that funny for the black?
Right, right, right.
Let's do something different. It's going to be funny. We have all this talent. Look at all the talent we have here. You're
Matter
telling
of fact, go to the projects and find out different stories about different people. I know mad mothers that bust their ass in the projects and got out the projects and did what they had to do for their children. You understand? They wasn't like that. That's ridiculous. And why don't anybody want to see that in a cartoon version?
well,
Mm.
Like it was. You got to see it, Cav. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, I was
Yeah,
like.
I'm gonna watch the trailer after the show.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yes, all of this stuff that's going on with the P. Diddy and then there's Nickelodeon, like everybody is giving so much energy to all our black people. They need to give energy to what's that man, Snyderman or whatever.
oh,
Him having all those pedophiles as on his production team, messing up them children.
the guy from Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't even
Antonio Brown really came out on Twitter and said that the Epstein Island looks exactly like the Nickelodeon logo. And now I literally can't unsee it. Like it even has that little dot in the top corner. Like this little extra piece in the corner. And off initial reaction, my first thought was Antonio Brown is fucking crazy, but not here. They actually do look alike. I'm not tripping, right? And for anyone living under a rock, Dan Snyder, a producer and screenwriter at Nickelodeon, was recently exposed for being a complete weirdo. And if you really think I'm kidding, just search up Ariana Grande Nickelodeon and some weird shit will pop up for you. And supposedly this guy also had a foot fetish and he thought no one would notice. Like, hello, maybe that explains this. I just love that out of all people, AB is trying to stir the pot. Like, that's just hilarious to me. The only thing we're really missing from this is the actual list of guests that have visited Epstein Island.
In the early 90s, Nickelodeon was kid everything. And you better hope that your house had cable.
Wasn't there to educate you. We were there to have fun, to get slimed, to be entertained.
And this is when Dan Schneider arrives, Nickelodeon's golden boy. He created these shows that were hugely successful for them.
No one had ever really done sketch comedy starring kids for kids.
He launched the careers of child actors who became major stars.
For 20 years, he shaped children's entertainment and...
So it's like they always seem to find themselves around kids.
And then the acts that they were doing and indirectly, the kids didn't know nothing about it, but they knew what was going on and their friends knew what they was doing, what was going on. And it was horrible. And the first thing came to my mind was their parents. Where were their parents? A lot of them had issues, or even one man, he was a single father taking care of his son. And they wound up lying to the son, telling him, oh, your father is stealing from you, putting him against his father. Then wound up putting him with his mother, which was the alcoholic. So now they don't need them. They can be able to take advantage of the son now. So it's just horrible. If y'all want to see it, y'all can check it out. I couldn't even see it. Just the trailer of it and people talking about what's been going on is sad and sick. And I never even had my niece watch that Nickelodeon. I don't know why. I just didn't feel for it. Or it's just horrible.
All right, let me show this video. This on Puffy Cole.
He allegedly held freak-out parties with underage girls and sex workers and had hidden cameras in every room of his house. Producer Lil Rod claims in a bombshell lawsuit he was drugged and woke up naked in bed with Diddy and 2 sex workers, and claims to have hours of video evidence documenting Diddy's serious illegal activity. Rod also alleged that Diddy possessed compromising footage of every person that attended, including Hollywood's biggest names and even royalty. He says the freak-out parties were career opportunities for young upcoming artists, and Diddy had music execs financially backing them.
P. Diddy's homes were raided by federal agents as part of a sex trafficking probe. Here's what we know. On Monday, officials raided 2 of rapper Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, homes, one in LA and one in Miami, as part of a federal sex trafficking investigation. Video footage shows Combs' sons, Justin and King, handcuffed and detained outside the Holmby Hills house. Photos from Monday's raids showed scores of heavily armed and armored officers, while the streets surrounding the homes were closed and helicopters gathered overhead. Rapper Sean Combs has faced a string of varying accusations in the past 6 months. However, it is unclear if the investigation is related to.
Let's go. Kick in the door, wave in the ball. Hey, yeah. You know, Kev, I believe wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And there's so many people out there with stories of Diddy and his parties and there's so many. I've seen so many videos. They can't. I know you're saying that he's being judged in a public court, but
well, what I'm trying to say, Carl,
Public
is that
opinion, yeah, public court.
in Hollywood, that goes on. These sex parties are not new, right? So I'm not saying he's not guilty of having sex parties, and maybe some underage girls were there. Who knows? Maybe they were there by accident. Maybe they were there on purpose. I don't know. But we can't pretend like this is new. Hugh Hefner made a living on Playboy bunnies and sex parties.
The difference is he's
What's the
like
difference?
he's
Oh, the
white.
difference is he's white, and he was able to get away with it because he's a rich white man who exploited blonde women on magazines for a decade, made him a super millionaire guy or billionaire he was, and now we're acting like Diddy's doing something that hasn't been done in Hollywood ever, when this has been going on in Hollywood forever. And you can tell me all those 17, 18-year-old girls that went through the Playboy mansion that were having sex with older rich men, and all of a sudden Diddy's the king of sex parties?
Oh no, we're not saying that. You know that they're going to smear him. No, because like you said, Hugh Hefner had his hand in a lot of things, and but this is like I said, if he didn't have anything to do with a lot of these things, he would not be caught up in the middle of this stuff. Like you said, where there's smoke, there's fire. But you already know this is a social media era, and people make money off of talking about Diddy. You know how many people making money off of this?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay. So I switched devices because I was losing my battery on my tablet.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
agree
making
with
money off this
everything you're saying,
content.
Tip and Carl. I agree with everything you're saying. But let me say something that's extremely honest and true. Men get into show business for one reason. Well, two reasons men get into show business. I don't know about women. I'm not a woman, but men get into
Money
show
and
business.
pussy.
Thank you. That's it. When your motivation for getting into show business are those two things, Tiff, you want to repeat them?
Money and sex.
Thank you. That's them. I don't know any other reason to be in show business. I'm being 100%. I can't think of all the motivations in the world. I can't think. That's why most heterosexual men get into show business. I can't speak for gay men. I can't speak for women. Heterosexual men who get into this industry or in this industry for money and for women. Because you
And
know,
that's their
if you're good
downfall
at your
too.
craft, those two things will be at your disposal on a regular basis. You're gonna get women, and you're gonna get lots of money if you're good at your craft and you get the breaks. And the more breaks you get, the more money you get. I mean, more women you get. Both money and women.
And that could be that's your downfall too. A
There's
man's
nothing wrong with
downfall
That's every man's downfall. Every
is
man,
money
I
or
don't care who
women.
you are. You could be man marrying Barry, a woman took you down. You could be the gangster, what's his name? Bugsy Small, who's been in Vegas, women took him down. No matter what, there's always a woman gonna take you down because men can't
Or
cannot.
your greed, it's not only women, because money will get you too. Your greed can get you messed up too, that you will lose everything. That's why I said if that's a man's downfall, pussy and money. So don't think it's only just women, it's money too, your greed.
Yeah, well, in show business, you get both. If you're
And they
good at your
both are
craft and you get the
dangerous if
breaks,
you
you
don't
get
know how
both.
to
So
They
Diddy has
both are
both.
dangerous.
So Diddy is a 54-year-old billionaire, African American man, billionaire, and he has a private jet and he has a yacht and he's a workaholic and he got all these women and these big giant super mansions, look bigger than the damn White House. And what's he supposed to do? He runs his businesses, obviously, or he wouldn't be a billionaire. He's making that money and he rewards himself with the luxuries of life. The luxuries of life are mansions, fancy cars,
And BBD escorts.
and lots of women.
And
Whether you
escorts.
pay,
Don't
where you
forget the
paying
men
for,
escorts.
where you paying for. Well, he pays for the escorts probably for his boys and his friends, because
Okay, no,
he
we're
don't have
talking
to pay
about
for.
male
Diddy don't have to pay
escorts.
for nothing. When you at Diddy's level, women throw it at you for free.
So you must then read the girl's deposition about how
Oh,
Diddy
he hired
would
the
make her
escorts to
get
come.
male
He hired the male
escorts.
escorts to have sex with his girlfriend because he's a pervert and he want to watch his girlfriend get banged. Okay, no, I understand that part. I'm talking about him himself don't have to pay for sex. Now he might have to pay somebody to come in and hit his girlfriend because he wants guys to come in and run a threesome on his girl while he sits in the back and jerk off. That's his perversion. That's what gets him off. Then that's what gets him off.
But my thing is, why should we even know what goes on behind your closed doors?
Because he's a
That's your
celebrity and
personal
because he's a
business.
celebrity. Because, I tell you something. I performed at a nudist colony one time, Tiff. I got booked to perform at a nudist colony, right? And
Everybody
I
butt
go there.
naked.
No, I wasn't naked. I told them I wouldn't perform. I had to perform my clothes on. They said that's okay. But everybody there at the place will be naked. Once I enter this grounds at this nudist colony, everybody will be naked. So I performed in my clothes, but everybody else was naked, right? These people spend a lot of money to go to this nudist colony, a lot. And what I found out when I was talking to the guy that runs this place up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere is he goes, these people that you see here are your next door neighbors.
Yeah.
They're your post office, the guy that works in your grocery store. They're your post office guy, the guy that drops off your mail. They're the UPS guy. They're the police officer. They're the fireman. These are not, they're judges, lawyers,
They
doctors.
regular people just
They're
having
regular
their fun.
people
That's their
that spend a
fetish.
lot of money to go to this place just to walk around naked. That's it. And dance naked and eat naked and hang out naked. It's not even a sexual thing. They just want to be in the nude.
Yeah, they feel comfortable in their body, in their skin.
So my point is, that's what I'm saying. What Diddy? My point is, Diddy paying some escorts to come have sex with his girlfriend. Where everybody on this panel already know that sex parties is a big thing. Swinging is a huge. If you think swinging is one of the biggest things in America. It's underground, but you can go on the internet and find swinging parties left and right.
If you are a consenting adult and you want to do that, so be it. But when you start drugging people or doing it to underage people, you
Allegedly,
have an issue. You
that's
have an
allegedly
issue.
though.
Yes.
That's
Well, yes,
allegedly.
alleged.
That's allegedly. And we also know this about this industry. There's a lot of people who hang around, and this is Diddy's fault. If it's not true, when you bring people into your circle, they want to continue to get when you promise somebody a music career and then they don't get a hit record and they ain't got no money, then what happens? Then they
You
go,
got a mad artist on your hands.
you know, this guy touched me. Because what do? That gets you $30 million lawsuit. That gets you $20 million lawsuit. That gets you $10 million lawsuit. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that gets you these things, even if it's not true. You say, and Michael Jackson was guilty of the same thing. He was too nice. He was too generous. He bring all these kids into his life, down to his amusement park, down to
You're
his house.
right, because I would have never brought no white kid in
hang out
my
with
house.
them. And then what happens? They all turn on him. They lie. Oh, he touched me.
Right.
He touched me. He didn't touch them, but they made millions of dollars from saying that. The parents
To
will roast those
assassinate his
kids into telling
character.
the FBI that Michael Jackson touched them, so they can make more money because they weren't getting enough money off this guy.
So Donna is asking, did Diddy try to buy NBC?
Yes, he did.
No,
No, BT. He was trying to buy BT, not
BET.
BT. He
No,
was
but
trying to buy
that's not
BT
the
a few
beef
months
that
back.
he's going through. He's fighting with the liquor company. He was, because now you know they closed everything, so they finished there. They done assassinated. He's done now. But they was fighting over the liquor deal.
Yes.
You know, it was the liquor deal with a Ciroc and I think a tequila brand. So
Yeah.
whatever happened, it didn't land properly because we see what's going on with him now. And these people are the top distributors of liquor. Okay, so my thing is something that his baby mother
How
said.
can you keep
You came out
celebrating
there and you promoted liquor. Why
They're
would they
different.
even promote liquor like
There is
that?
no need
And
to
look what's happening now. He's getting his ass licked by a liquor company.
Yeah. Yeah. He made some mistakes.
Yeah, they made a lot when they start promoting, the liquor brands and all of that for our community and stuff. That's a problem. Just like when we was talking last week about Snoop Dogg and Master P with their cereal. They had an issue because Post wanted to buy it and they didn't want to sell it. So what happened? Post and Walmart tag teamed them and didn't want to sell their stuff. So why wouldn't you just produce your own? These people don't like us. They not for us. So why are we still keep trying to get along with the get along gang? It's not going to work.
Well, that's the $1 trillion question, Tiffany. Why don't black people just go off on their own and you know do stuff on their own? For some reason, we still seem to want the white approval, and that's something we can't seem to shake.
Hmm.
We just seem to want the white approval.
And then
But
you got these gatekeepers, which Puffy is a gatekeeper. Puffy was a gatekeeper to this industry. Y'all know that. You cannot do certain things. Almost all his artists are not out there like that now. And look what he did before all of this happened. He made all of them sign disclosure agreements, gave them back their music, and told them that they can't talk about or say anything about him. So let me tell you something. He knew what was going on. He probably knew they was gonna raid his house. He just didn't know when they was gonna raid his house. But I like he said, like a lot of people do, we feel sad for the children. But we pray that they don't suffer for what their father done did.
yeah,
He also made a lot of people millionaires.
Yeah, he did, but a lot of people lost a lot of money with him too. Because
No, they lost the money on their own, Tiff. He
why would
made
Mace
people.
come for him?
He
Why
made
would
people millionaires. He made people millionaires, and they blew all their freaking money, and then they want more. I'm not
you
taking up
must
Diddy. I
are you
don't
the
know Diddy.
campaign manager for Puffy?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. People make money fucking with Puffy, and then they blew it all. And then when you got no more money, now you want to get on YouTube and say he did this and he did that because that gets you more money, Tiffany. I'm not saying one way or another. I have no dog in this fight. I'm just saying I know sometimes how this works. And I'm not saying in this case, but don't put it past people. Money, people want money, Tiff. People that
No,
had
I
money
get it.
and don't
I
have
get
money
it.
anymore. And I'm not talking about Mace, you know. I mean, and Mace, as Diddy said, and Mace and Diddy been going at it for a long time. But Diddy said, I paid this guy millions of dollars to do 3 albums. He only did one. He never turned down the millions. you know, he said that on the Breakfast Club, right? He said, I paid this
Listen,
guy
a lot of their
a lot
contracts
of
is
money,
over.
$10 million to do 3 albums, and he only did one. And then he said, I owe him money. How is that possible when I
A
gave him
lot of
10
their
million?
contracts was faulty, and they can't say nothing about it. And as we see, you have not saw nobody speak up for him, in or indirectly. Only person that's speaking up is you and Stevie J.
I can tell you one thing. We know who Mace is. We know who the Locks is. We know who a lot of these people are. We
Oh
wouldn't
yes, he's
know.
a great
None of these
entertainer.
people.
Don't He's a
Mace
great
is great.
entertainer.
Mace is a great entertainer. I guarantee you one thing.
No, I'm talking about Puffy. He's a great entertainer.
And if it wasn't, yes, he is. And it wasn't for Puffy, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about Mace because we wouldn't know who Mace is.
Mace, Biggie,
There would
a
be no
lot of
Mace.
people.
There'd
Listen,
be
you
no
can't
Mace
have a
without Puffy.
person that's a positive and a negative. Look at Suge Knight. Suge Knight opened up many doors for many of them, but also he was a no-nonsense type of person. So yes, you can have a positive and a negative with a mentor. Come on, we done had mentors that we looked up to and then found out they pieces of shit. They not really nice people, or they evil, but you learned a lot from them. So no, we're not taking it from P. Diddy and his walks of life and everything and what he has done. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And for you to get yourself caught up in all of this craziness, especially when you got children, young daughters, he has daughters, that's looking up to him and all of this stuff is coming out, he needs to relax. And I hope that this is making him going to sit down a little bit, spend some time with your daughters, your children, because whoever you made mad, they shut your ass down for a little while.
Yeah. So we have a question. Well, I guess this goes back to the Good Times reboot you're talking about, but Kelly Hans from YouTube was they said, I'm shocked Steph Curry and Carl Jones is a part of the Good Times reboot.
Yes. Steph Curry, is he mixed?
Yeah.
No. Is he mixed?
I don't know.
Let me see, because if he mixed, that was his white side of him doing that. Because his black side ain't never been in no hood like that. I'm telling you, he wouldn't even have his own children in the hood like that.
I mean, did we have problems with Martin and this right here?
What do you want, Shanae?
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude, why are you always over here? I mean, don't you have a bag?
Look, I don't have time to play games with you, okay?
Hey, but ain't nobody playing no games, all right? Ain't nobody playing no games, all right? All I want to know is why Martin had a party and didn't invite me. I mean, I like the party, all right? Did I like the party, all right? Did I like the party?
There isn't a party, Shanae. We're just watching a fight together.
Oh, well, I likes me a good fight. I mean, you should know that. Okay? You don't put your hands on me. You don't touch me. Okay? Because ain't nobody here to break us up, all right? Huh? Ring, come on with it.
Whatever, Shanae. But there'll be a $10 cover charge.
$10?
$10.
$10? Oh, my goodness. I thought Martin was paid. That is so cheap. Just like them little run-over shoes you got on.
First of all, you're not going to be coming for Martin or Shanae, okay?
No, I was asking a question. I wasn't coming for anybody.
I loved them. That was funny. That was
okay, so that's funny.
comedy. No, it's comedy. It's comedy, especially during that time. It was comedy. And Martin, like I said, if you are an actor and this is something that you do, yes, but you can't be my man just coming off the street trying to put on the dress. It's not going to happen. But if you're an actor and you doing that, so be it. And
what if you want to be an actor? If you're a man on the street and you're hoping someday to be an actor, or somebody, hey, we can get you in a movie, but you got to put this dress on. If this is a way for you to get your foot in the door, you shouldn't put the dress on and say, hey, let me get my foot in the door.
I don't think that should be your first movie by putting your feet in the door. It's putting your feet in the dress. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Are you going to do it, Carl?
If I
put on a dress?
If I was acting and it said, and the part called for a dress, yeah, I put on a dress.
Oh, at least we know you're down with Kevin. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. It's
acting. So it's okay for Martin to do it, but it's not okay for us to do it.
I can lift up that dress and nail the hottest chick, so don't even try. Yeah. I can pick.
It's pretend a kilt. What's those guys that wear the kilts? Those are dresses, right?
Yeah.
They just call them kilts. I don't care what you call it. It's a freaking dress, right? The Scottish people, the Scottish men.
Skirt and a dress.
Don't let that dress fool you, Tiffany.
That's a skirt.
Yeah, don't let that dress fool you. That dress would come up in a second if a hot chick came in the room.
And Jamie Foxx dressed up also, right? His character. I mean, yeah, it's been going on for years.
Was ugly. Ain't nobody messing around with no Wanda. No, I thought it was funny and stuff like that, but they not people I would date anyway.
I mean, when did we start having problems with dress, though? I mean, Richard Pryor did it. Flip Wilson did it, as we saw. Martin did it. So many. Wesley Snipes did it in Tu Fong Chu or Tu Wong Chu.
All
Whatever.
of them got something different
All
going
those
on with
movies you
them.
named, Carl, all those movies you just named, and all
Yeah.
those characters there was no social media.
That could be yeah.
There was no social media, like I
It
just
looks
said.
kind of weird too,
Everybody
y'all.
has a mic now, Carl. There was no
It
social
looks
media.
weird. It looks weird. We have enough women that can play the part. Or go find you a good old drag queen.
Is it more black men that are being asked to put dresses on though? Is it proportionally
I
more
don't
black?
think so. I think it's even. I think it's even. Because if you ask anybody on the street who's the most famous actor to wear a dress, somebody's probably going to say Robin Williams. I think Mrs. Doubtfire was more popular than everybody that we
Well,
just showed, right? That
well,
movie and that character is probably more popular than Shanae, probably because that was a movie, and it seemed like more
well, do
people.
they tell women to be put on men clothes and
Of
hold their
course,
crotch?
don't women are dressed up as men in movies?
Where? Not the way they doing all these men in these dresses.
Well,
Come on, name them.
there was that movie.
I can go all the way back to Lucille Ball, dressing up like a man on her TV
We
show.
talking about.
Her and Ethel dressed up, as men in one of the
You went
episodes.
too far back into time. Talk about it now. You doing too much.
Let's just put it up.
You always going back. You and Carl.
All right. Well, we're gonna start winding it down. So we
We
lost.
didn't talk about the migrants, the
Oh
ones
yes,
that lost
yes,
their
yes,
life on the
video.
Baltimore
Yes. So the bridge that what was the name of that bridge? The
Francis Key.
Francis Scott Key Bridge, Baltimore.
Yes.
I've been across that bridge a lot of times.
I know, Kev. How you feel about this?
You know what? I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. I mean, I was talking to my sister, and we're kind of, my sister really thinks something bad happened. Other than she thinks it was, planned.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
spoke to 3 people that said to me they feel like it's a conspiracy. Even a cab driver said to me, he said, I lost somebody in 9/11. He lost somebody in the 9/11 attacks. And he said when he saw it, he immediately went there. And I was like, why would you say that? He was like, it looked like it was planned. Like, and he said he did construction too. So as you saying that, there's a lot of people that feel like that. But I mean, I didn't know that you could just tap something like that and it fall down like that. That was so scary. I thought I was watching a movie, y'all.
It is pretty scary, but I think what we don't see because the camera doesn't really show you the size of that ship.
Oh yeah, the ship is
I've
big.
seen those things in person. They're ridiculously big. I mean, it's not like a regular boat. That's a lot of ship that's hitting something.
Yeah.
I still shocked the way that bridge crumbled like that. I
just like
can watch the video, it blows me away. I can't believe that I'm watching what I'm watching. First time I saw it, I was like, all right, I'd rewind it again and watch it like 10 times.
But did your mouth open? Because me and my mother was like, like
Yeah.
we just caught ourselves, like we
That was
couldn't
the most.
believe it because it went down so fast.
That was a crazy thing. I don't know, once again, if we're victims of the internet where everything's a conspiracy now or something really bad happened as far as it being planned. But I do know that's a big ass boat. Now, me and my sister had a conversation about the immigrants. And I said to her, I said, look, here are some guys doing a job that Americans don't want. It's 1:30 in the morning. It's a cold March night. It's freezing up on that bridge.
Yeah.
You're on the water. It's cold as hell out there. I said, how many Americans want that job? I don't know what these guys are making, $30 an hour, $40 an hour being out there, whatever they're making. I told her I didn't think a lot of Americans want to do that type of work. And she disagreed with me and said, a lot of Americans. She said something to me that really smacked me in the face. She says, who the hell you think built that bridge?
Right. Listen,
Black
she's
people.
100% right. She's
Black
100%
people.
right.
Yeah, she was. Black people built that damn bridge. So she basically made me think about that. She said, who the hell you think built that bridge? I go, oh shit, that's right, black people. There was no amigos here 47 years ago putting no bridges up. It was black men. So
And they said they had a warning. that something was going to happen. So they actually did clear off some of the bridge or told people not to come. They couldn't come
Yeah, they were
across
able
the
to stop
bridge.
traffic from crossing the bridge because the guy radioed and said his boat, he can't stop this boat. So they
Right.
Yeah,
They had to do that. And they said that it was during the time that they was either eating or something. So they was in their car
they were sitting in their
when
cars
it
because it's
went
cold.
down.
Yeah, they're sitting in their cars, probably on a lunch break, and getting some
Yeah.
heat. Getting some heat. You know,
Right.
with
Right.
the
And
windows rolled up too, which is the worst thing when a car goes into the water. Having the windows up is a death trap. If you have your windows now, if it was a warm summer night, they might have been sitting in their cars with the window down. And I don't know if that would have saved their lives or not because we don't know what killed them. We don't know if they died from
from
drowning,
the
or we
impact.
don't know if they died from the impact, or we don't know if they died from just something big steel thing hitting the car and hitting them and knocking them down. We don't know how they end up dying, right?
Like the cause of death of what
They do say
happened.
if a car goes in the water, if you have your windows down, you have a better chance of survival than you do if your windows are up. And obviously, it was a cold night. They probably had the windows
They
up.
said it was below 40 degrees in the water or something of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort. And they said if they was in the water, they only will last about an hour.
yeah.
And
Well,
this happened at 1 o'clock in the morning. So, I like you said, and you right, Kev, that boat was big because you see different angles of it.
yeah, it's
It's a
huge.
very big old boat,
Size of a building.
and we definitely want to send our condolences out to the family that did lose their loved ones. They still are searching for body. I
Or,
think like 4 or 5 more bodies.
yeah,
They
and
just, I think the crane just came that they're trying because they have to take those pieces out. And they said they got to take them pieces out all the way to the 50 feet. They have to take those pieces out because remember, boats come past that. And they don't want no get no holes in boats or because they said all of that is sharp edges. So they said it's going to take a couple of years to really get that back into order,
Yeah.
back to another bridge.
that one guy had a young son at home too. They're showing the one that identified his body. I'm looking for his name right now, so we say his name on the show. But
I'm going to show the video while you look.
yeah, he had a son. Yeah.
Baltimore City landmark, now a personal tragedy.
These were fathers, and these were sons, and these were husbands, and these are people who their families relied on.
We've determined the countries of origin of those that are presumed deceased to be Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras.
Miguel Luna, a father of 3, was originally from El Salvador. The 40-year-old left for work at 6:30 p.m. to fill potholes on the Key Bridge.
He's supposed to come in the morning back home and never come.
Maynard Yasir Suazo Sandoval would have celebrated his 35th birthday next month. He believed in giving back and donated to a children's soccer league in Honduras. His brother prays his body is found so they can bring him back to be buried.
We know that they were hard workers. We know that they love soccer. We know that they love, their families and the community.
Jesus said, call no one good, but these were good men.
Father Walker has been mourning alongside families.
My advocacy is that we don't abandon these families, that we come together as a Baltimore community.
A community these men loved. This bridge was a symbol of America.
We feel so proud that they trust us to repair this beautiful bridge that have a huge history in our nation. And that is an example of our contribution.
Tuesday's bridge collapse marks the second time in 1 year construction workers were killed on the job along the same highway in the city of Baltimore. Last March, 6 highway workers were struck fatally by a speeding car. Nora?
Nicole Skanga, thank you. We are grateful in this country to the Latino workers who do the hard work. They are on these construction sites all over this country doing the work that you cannot compel a lot of Americans to do, the back-breaking work that we don't even have enough gratitude to give to them. So our deepest condolences to the families of those 6 who are gone and are lost. And they were lost doing the work for us to make our country better and to make our economy stronger. God bless them. And to anybody who has anything negative to say about this mayor or those people, we know who you are. We see you.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know that there's a black mayor and he's a young guy too? And I think I don't know if I sent it to y'all, but I like that he's very smart, he's very on point, and they've been coming for him, especially the racist critics has been coming for him.
Yeah.
What was he supposed to do? Like, what's to criticize? Like, what are they?
They criticized him because he's a young black guy,
Yes, that's
and he
it.
came
That's
out.
it.
He came out to make a speech about the bridge collapse, and he was dressed in street clothes. And I guess because he wasn't in a suit and tie, the right wing Republicans jumped him, calling him all sorts of thugs and calling him all sorts of undercover names and stuff like that. It was
This-
ridiculous after they came after that dude, for no reason. Yeah.
And I know that's a lot for him. Don't you notice as soon as a black person's in charge, everything is falling down, the bridges is falling down, people having fires, people shootouts and killings on the train. It's like as soon as the black people take charge, and then it's like it's your fault. It's your fault because y'all black.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to salute him, and we want to give a shout out to him and pray. Keep your head up, son, because I know that job is not going to be easy.
Hell yeah.
Especially lost some migrants, and we salute them too. Because yes, you're doing jobs there. Because my ass is not getting up there in the cold building no bridge. I'm sorry, it's freezing out there. I don't like the cold. Oh no, I don't. But we want to send our condolences out, to them and their families.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
we're also going to pay tribute to Mr. Louis Gossett Jr.
And I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for.
Louis Gossett Jr., the first black man to win an Oscar for supporting actor, has died at 87 in Santa Monica, California, his cousin confirms. Known for roles in Roots and
Well, what we really want to know is
What the hell is an old man like you doing all that?
It's okay, Thurman. I told you we shouldn't have waited this long. Your father has a right to know.
How old are you?
He's young, Dad. Just working around those chickens make him look old. I'm not ashamed of my age. Now, I'm 42.
42.
Lord have mercy.
Well, I guess when you look at me and Thelma, you think of me as a dirty old man.
Bingo.
You know, when you prepare a speech, it's no use because it's all gone. I tried to get my kid to come up here to share this with me, but there are some special people I would like to share this with. Specifically, tomorrow is the 17th anniversary of my relationship with my one agent, Mr. Ed Bondi. They say marriages don't last. I've got a spirit that guides me, starting with my great-grandmother who died at the age of 117, and my mom and dad, who I know are watching, and my cousin Yvonne, thank you. You make everything fall into place. And all you other four guys, this is ours. Thank you.
All right. That was Mr. Louis Gossett Jr. I saw an interview with him, and he was telling a story when he first moved to Hollywood, and he was driving his car, and the police pulled him over, dragged him out of his car, and handcuffed him to a tree for 3 hours. And but his take on it was like kind of, he forgave them and they didn't, what I mean? Like he didn't seem angry at all, but
Yeah, he figured out he was black.
yeah.
Real black. But we honor him, we salute him. Every time I see Louis Gossett Jr., I think about Fiddler, and everybody considered his character as an Uncle Tom. No, he was a character that had to survive.
Yeah, it was a good character.
Especially in those times. You had to survive. And I know how you felt, Kev, when you was like, when he was like, I'm gonna make you a good nigga. I'm gonna make sure you how to act right.
Well,
You
that's all
know,
he.
and it's
I'm sorry.
real talk. It's real talk. So that whole series opened up doors for all of us black people. I mean, opened our eyes to what really went on because a lot of us didn't know. Or a lot of our ancestors erased it, or they didn't want to talk about it. So we really didn't know our history. So we definitely want to salute him and what he has done for us in our lifetime. And our sincere condolences to his family.
He said in the interview that, and if you watch the movie Roots, and we all watched it, the thing about his character was he was African American. He was born into slavery. Like Kente was brought here from Africa, but Louis Gossep's character was actually born because he had said in one of the scenes he goes because Kente was trying to escape. And he says, "I wish I knew what that freedom was like," because he was born into, So here was a guy who was born a slave in America,
Right.
compared
And
to
it's a
and
difference.
he's raising a guy that was brought here on a ship. And his
Right.
job was to take this kid brought here on a ship
To break them.
and break him and make him a good slave for master. So yeah, and he was like, I work hard to get to the point where I don't sleep on a dirt floor, and it's my job to make sure you don't run away. And you become he gave me 6 months to make you a good a good nigger, like that for master. So yeah, he was born into that slavery. So he's kind of brainwashed from being an infant up to the man he was.
Yeah. And
So
many of us today are brainwashed.
so I don't
Shit.
think he was an Uncle Tom per se. I think he just, that's all he
Mhm.
knew. That's the only life he knew was life in
Right.
slavery. Another guy was like, he knew what freedom was, because he was free
Yeah.
before he's brought here.
And it was taken away from him.
And it's hard to break him because he was beaten to death before he finally said his name was Toby. And he kept saying
Hmm.
Kunta Kinte. That was a powerful scene. My favorite Louis Gossett movie was Officer and a Gentleman,
Mm.
played Sergeant Foley. That's the one he won the Oscar for. That was an amazing movie. He
Hmm.
was really good in that movie.
Yes, he was good.
Yeah. May he rest in peace, man. We're losing all our greats, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, they say it's a circle of life. So
Yeah. Well, he lived a
Yes.
good life, I'm sure. He got
And I'm
87
glad
years
they was
in.
in our lifetime.
yeah,
87 years in. That was good. That was good.
yeah.
He got it in.
Only regret in life, Kevin, is that I never got to see Michael Jackson live. That is my only regret in life.
Yeah, I wish I was able to see
And
Michael
my
Jackson.
mama's probably watching right now.
Hi,
So
Mama.
she know I got to see we got to see Michael Jackson. I got to see Michael Jackson live. I saw Michael Jackson. I'm sure I good my life. I saw Michael Jackson and Prince in the same week.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
We saw Prince like on a Wednesday night, and Michael Jackson was at the same arena, the Capitol Center,
Yeah.
in Landover, Maryland. And Michael Jackson was there on a Saturday night. So I got to see both of those guys in 1 week.
Was he by himself or was he with the Jackson, the whole Jackson?
No. Michael was doing his bad tour, so he's by himself. And Prince was by himself too. That was Prince's, I think, Purple Rain tour.
Oh.
So Prince didn't
Those
have
are
Prince
iconic
didn't have an opening
tours.
act, and Michael didn't have an opening act. Now I've seen Prince several times. The first time I saw Prince was his controversy album tour. Then I saw the 1999 tour. Then I saw another tour with Prince. I've seen Prince 4 times actually. I mean, one time he had Morris Day and the Time with him.
Yeah.
But Prince usually always opens up his own show, but he had Morris Day and the Time open up for him that one time. And he didn't like it because Morris Day and the Time stole the show, and he kicked them off the tour because they were still in the show from him.
Yeah, you should hear the stories between him and Rick James, y'all. Y'all gotta see the stories online. The cartoon versions of Rick James and Prince, they was always against each other. Woo,
Yeah,
that
they
was
were
funny.
battling. Yeah,
They was
because
always in
Prince.
a battle.
Because I think Prince stole his Mary Jane Girls and then Prince came out with Apollonia 6 to combat that. So they're always battling each other back and forth.
Two little guys.
Yeah, Prince, obviously had a more, Rick James was a bad boy, but Prince obviously won that battle because he had a more, better career than Rick at the end of the day.
Yeah, he did.
But no, I saw both of them, man, Michael Jackson and Prince in the same week. That was amazing, Carl. Man, I ain't here to tease you, Carl,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson live, man. There's nothing like it, dude.
When
Nothing
I
like
saw
it.
it, when I saw amulets, they had amulets out his show, and people is passing out and shit. I was like, "Dang, Mike would get you like
You know,
that."
when I first came to America, I used to hear about Alan Heyman Productions. You remember
Yeah.
Alan? And but I didn't have any money to go anywhere. I used to hear it on the radio, and I didn't have any money to go to the concert, but I used to wish I could go. And let me give a shout out to Jet Magazine, because when I first came to this country, I wanted one of those calendars with the pretty girls.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you had to buy a money order. I put whatever $20 and change in an envelope.
They felt sorry for you and
Mailed it.
sent it to you, didn't they?
They sent it. I mailed it. I
Paul,
mailed it to Jet, and I got a fucking calendar.
I got something better for you, Carl. I actually knew the photographer for who did most of those centerfolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to he had a basement on 16th Street, Washington, D.C., 16th Street. He lived in his mom's house. They had a big house.
Yeah.
And in the basement was his name was Phil. I can't think of Phil's last name right now. Heavy set light skinned dude. Looks just like Heavy D a little bit.
Yeah.
He was the photographer. So all those jet centerfolds you saw in calendars with those girls.
Yeah, you were right there.
I was there. I was in his basement while a lot of those shoots. I used to go watch him. He's a DC dude. He's come to all the comedy shows in DC. Yeah. So that's how I knew him. And I was dating this girl, and I took her up there for a photo shoot. And I don't know if she I don't think she made the cover though. I mean, made the thing. Yeah. But yeah, but yeah, I was in his basement, man. In his basement, you got pictures of girls everywhere. Yeah. I mean, just thousands of photos all over his wall.
So you was right there in front.
He was the
Carl
jet centerfold shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his job. He was the one that shot all those jet centerfolds that you saw was basically shot in a basement on 16th Street in Washington, D.C., man. I can't think of Phil's last name. I wish I could, because
I'm still trying to get over Carl.
I want to shout out $20. When I told my cousin what I did, he goes, you ain't getting no calendar. He goes, somebody can open that envelope, take that money.
Yes, and take the money.
But I got a calendar. I got a freaking.
I know they's like, this little dumb David. Let's send him a calendar.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think I was like 17. I was like 16, 17.
I know that was the best thing since cooked food, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, Carl. You should be hanging out. You should be hanging out with me in the 80s, Carl.
I didn't know anything about money orders or writing it. You know what I mean? I knew it said this much for the jet calendar, so I put some money in the envelope,
and
I got a calendar. So
they felt sorry for you.
Jet Magazine. Man. Wow.
They probably knew you was a kid. They was like, "This is a kid doing it."
Yeah, probably.
Teenager.
Have to, or an idiot.
Shout out to Jet Magazine.
Yeah. All right, so we want to thank everyone. Before we go, Kevin, I'm gonna show you how to be funny, without being without embarrassing the Black people. How people were funny back in the day. I'm pretty sure you've seen these before, but
oh God, here we go.
I'm not sure. So this is Flip Wilson and Richard Pryor being funny.
In this corner, the champion. And in this corner, his opponent, the challenger. All right, now, both you boys have fought under the New York State rules before. All right, now, boys, remember, in this fight, I don't want none of this hitting with the thumb. And remember, I don't want none of this hitting with the elbow. And remember, boys, no low blows. Well, you can see how that hurt. All right, boys, the sound of the bell, come out, and let's have a good, clean fight. Boom! Can you boys see each other? What are you talking about? Boom! Take corner, boys.
This is my corner, man.
You can have the corner, but this is my stool.
No, man, the stool goes with the corner, Jack. I'm taking the stool and the corner.
No, you ain't taking the corner, baby.
I got the corner.
We're going to get down.
My mama gave me this
Your
corner.
mama ain't never gave you nothing, baby.
Well, how come you gonna bring my mama? What's wrong with you? You don't even know my mama. Are you?
All right, boys. Long round two. Let's hit it.
Richard Pryor trying to get up off the ground is freaking hilarious. It's just,
That is hilarious. I'm just tripping because I didn't know Flip Wilson was that short because Richard Pryor is short. Yeah.
I'm showing that to show that we can be funny without all the buffoonery that they're trying to get us to do. You know, we can be funny.
That was a little. That's the buffoonery on the first level. It's not. You know, if I gave it a 1 to 10, it was a 1.
What that Flip
Yeah,
Wilson?
they was. Yeah.
That was. I don't think that was before.
Like the boxing and stuff. He told him they don't. He can't do uppercuts, but he hit him. Why he didn't hit the other guy? Sure.
But I'm saying like they're doing the reboot for Good Times and they're showing all that, you know, that rap.
No, yeah, that was fine. It was for that era. Like I don't have a problem. It was good to see both of them in the same set together, doing a scene together. You know, and you know.
Now I also wanted to bring this up because I remember when the Cosby Show was out, I was at a barber shop and there was an argument because a lot of the black people were saying that the Bill Cosby family is not a depiction of a real black family. So they had a problem with the show.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I don't think so. I believe that they had doctors and lawyers as parents, 2 family houses. It's just that some people didn't know nothing about that.
So this is a clip from the Bill Cosby Show that obviously lives on in infamy. You can be funny.
Yeah, that's a shout out to Ray Charles.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you can be funny if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That's something that I will never forget, especially with Rudy and Malcolm. And shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Let me tell you something. He has a show called The Residents. It's very good. Me and my mother been watching it. Y'all should check it out.
Where
It's
is it
just
on
so
Netflix?
it's on Netflix. It's called The Resident.
All
And
right.
let me tell you something, just to see him acting again. Only reason why I'm watching it is because of that. Because we so used to seeing him on, the Bill Cosby show. But to see him as a doctor now, playing the doctor, he's a great, awesome actor. But that right there is going to always be iconic. That introduced us to Ray Charles. And that also introduced us to family, having fun and stuff like that. And many people did that afterwards. Better believe it. They did
Hey,
it for
can we
themselves.
get Cos some love? Can Cos get some love?
Yeah, Cosby made a big difference. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't see Family Unit or young people going to college.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, and this goes back to the Diddy thing, and the Cosby thing, and all this stuff. In November, Donald Trump will have 70 million people voting for him. 99% of those 70 million people are going to be white people. 70 million are going to go to the polls and vote for this horrible human being who has done so many bad things over the last 6 years and beyond that in America. And he's still got 70 million plus people that's going to try to vote him to be the leader of this country. And we as black folks, we are so forgiving to white people when they do bad things to us. But when our people are in trouble, we just throw them under the bus and we stomp on them like it's nothing. We stomp on R. Kelly, and maybe he is guilty of what he did. If he did what he did, he's a bad guy for doing it. But we just stopped R. Kelly. We stopped Diddy now with Cosby.
This is a part of
It,
the game. You
and
know
we
this
just
is a part of the game,
we're
Kev.
stopping all about black people. We even dragged Michael Jackson for a while. I never dragged him. I always believed he was innocent.
Yeah,
But
I never dragged,
I
but
know
that's a
some
part of the
people.
game,
I know
Kev.
some people have, but it's quick for black people to drag other black people that have gone through stuff. But look how forgiving these fools are to Donald Trump.
The
You know,
village.
We went a 1 hour and 40 minutes without talking about him. You believe
I
that?
I know, and I'm glad we were able to do that. I'm just bringing that point up because when I see Cosby, I know what his legacy is going to be when he passes away. I already know what it's going to be on the internet, and I already know what it's going to be on
Messing
the
around with
news.
white women,
They're not even
dragging
going to say
white women,
nothing about his
or
great
his
show, his great contribution to entertainment, being the first black man to do this, first black man to do that, all the money he donated to colleges, all the actors he gave breaks to, all the wonderful things this man has done in his life. None of that will be mentioned when he passed away on none of these news outlets or on the World Wide Web. He'll get dragged like it's no tomorrow.
not by
And
us, because I'm not dragging them.
I, I won't either. And I'm not dragging him on the show right now. That's what I'm
But
saying.
Kevin always says that, and it is so true. White people are so forgiving of when people in their group do stuff. They don't drag them the way we do. You know what I mean? They are very, very forgiving for those for their
Yeah.
people. But we stomp all over our people.
And you know why we do it? Because look, they're putting it on the media. They dragging it. The whites are dragging it so we can drag it. Remember, we don't own the social media. They do. They putting this stuff out there.
No, we are. No.
And
Nobody's
paying
forcing us
people.
to make
And
TikTok
they're paying
videos.
people to talk about it. You know how many of them podcasters is making money off of talking bad about him or talking bad about any black man? Please, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we got to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. I want to thank all of you for hanging with us again for another almost 2 hours, even though I tried to keep it to an hour, but that never happens. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, tell everyone about our show. Hit the notification bell so you get notified once we go live. And Tiffany, anything you learned today or you want to share before we take off?
Please protect your children. Protect your children, watch over your children, make sure y'all links Y'all chain, y'all links are very strong that nobody can break in and come in and take advantage of them. You know, it's just a lot, you know, and appreciate your loved ones. As you see with the bridge just falling down, we would have never thought that would have happened like that. That right there was a lot. So make sure you love your family members, your loved ones, give them loves and hugs, and you know, make sure you call people. Make sure you call people. And this is the last day of March, right? We're going into April, and it's also Easter. You know, so I miss Easter when we was kids. This is, I don't know, Easter's not like it used to. You know, everybody's dressed up and stuff like that. So, you know, happy holidays to all, and you know, we'll see you next Sunday.
All right, Kevin, anything you learned today or you want to share before we go?
Have y'all seen Rudy Huxtable since she been grown? No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, she has 2 children now.
She grew up to be a beautiful
Yeah,
lady.
she's yeah.
Unbelievable. I feel like an old dog right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
no, she grew up to be an amazing, beautiful lady. He has 2 children now, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
2. Yep, and she's married. Yep.
Wow.
To an actor. Yeah, to an actor.
An actor? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Our show, we used to do these meetings every Wednesday for our show back in the day. And we used to do it so we can get topics and have something to talk about. And the way the world is now, we don't have to do these meetings anymore because so much stuff happens and the news cycle is so fast now that we really don't have to. We have stuff to talk about every week. Like we actually
Lightning
talk about Diddy.
speed.
We actually talk about Diddy today, and it's almost old news. You know, because it happened 6
Right.
days ago. You know, like it moves that fast. That's how move. That's how fast this cycle moves. So
Speed of light. Yep.
next, we got the eclipse coming up on the 8th. So they're calling for a big blackout, eclipse. Y'all heard about this?
No,
I heard about this. Didn't they say they gotta wear glasses and all of that because it could damage your eyeballs?
Yeah, they're saying it's going to be dark. They're saying they want everybody to fill up their gas tanks on their cars and fill the refrigerator with
I didn't
food.
hear all of that.
Yeah, you guys got to pay attention now. Yeah,
Why? What is it gonna do?
they
It's
don't
gonna
know. And my sister seems to think that they're not telling us something because that's what they're saying. Fill up your gas tanks, fill up your refrigerator, get your flashlights out, make sure your cell phones are fully charged, all sorts of stuff. I mean, so the word is to be prepared for this thing. It's only supposed to be a few hours, but who knows? Who
isn't
knows
it
what's
the
going?
sun merging with the moon or something?
Something like that. But guess what? It's merging. But if it stops and don't continue to merge, good night.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give it to God.
God.
All right. So Donna gave us some advice. Donna said, "Don't let the Diddy news let you forget about Trump going on. No, the Trump's going on. Yeah. So don't
Yeah,
let
it's a distraction.
don't be distracted.
Oh, we
Miss-
ain't forgot about his monkey ass. We just try to do a show about him. We'll be back on him soon. And I did bring him up at the end of the show. We would like to do a show about talking about that fool. But yeah.
Mr. Scooby D2 seems to know something we don't know. He says,
What?
"I never did like Diddy. How can he sleep with his friends' girlfriends like that? I don't know what that's about. I don't
Oh,
know."
that's I'll be sure. I'll be sure was his artist.
Um,
And Kim Porter was with Al B. Sure. Actually, she supposedly had allegedly was married to him.
No,
And
they
if
had
it wasn't
son.
for Kim Porter, we wouldn't have a Al B. Sure music because he was singing about her.
Right.
So, you know, we salute her too. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
that was something else.
yeah.
all right. All right. So again, everyone, thank you so much for watching our show. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified so we can get better and better and better at this. And before we check out, like we always do, I'm going to hit you with some seven. Kevin, I don't know if you're going to remember this one, but it's a version of a Jackson song that I had never seen before. I like, and I'm pretty
I'd
sure
be surprised if I haven't seen it. That's Rocket.
the Jackson 5. Yeah, still, I've never seen them. The first time I saw it was when I saw it on this video. But again, thanks everyone. Goodbye. I love you. I love you, Tiffany, Kevin. I love you.
Love
Love you,
you.
bro. Love you guys.
Go and stick with us. And please
Like, subscribe, and share.
and tell the people you love that you love them, because
Yes.
you know those guys that were on that bridge, they thought they were going to go back home to their loved ones in the morning, and that did not happen. So take a look at that.
Every time I think I've had enough, I dance for the door. It's a pleasant vibration, you send me right to the core. If you turn around, you fool, you know you'll love me more and more. Tell me why. Is it so? Don't wanna let you go. I never can say goodbye, no. Say goodbye, baby.
Wow. Nice. Nice.
That son of a bitch gives me goosebumps every time. I swear to God, I could watch Motown 25 1,000 times and I still get goosebumps.
Yes, me too. And yeah.
It
Yeah.
just
Happy birthday to Diana Ross. She just made 80 this week.
Oh, good for her. Happy birthday. Shaka Khan just had a birthday too. Shaka Khan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All our legends out there getting old.
The boss is 80.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, the Jacksons, Michael Jackson, man, man, that just brings back. So we just grew up. My family, man. I mean, everybody. I mean, that's our royalty. I mean, that's black people's. That's our royalty. The Jacksons, man. I just wish that we give them their flowers while they're here. I mean, that's the remaining Jacksons don't get their flowers. You know, everybody loved Michael to death, but those other guys are still here. They're not as popular as Janet Jackson and all that sort of stuff, but those guys are there with Michael on the front going through it back in the day, like the Beatles, man, you know, and get those guys their love, man. And they're good guys. They're nice guys, man. They're really down to earth, nice dudes, man.
Yeah, I saw you with a picture with you and Marlon. I saw a picture with you, right?
Yeah. I work with the Jacksons, man, and they're all nice guys, man. They're really nice guys. Tito, Randy, Jermaine's a little prima donna.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
see that from his little plastic wax.
he's a little
hairline.
prima donna, man. With the Marlon, my mom loves Marlon, by the way. That's her favorite Jackson. Marlon, Randy, Tito, those guys, man. They just really
nice.
Cool ass guys, man. So yeah.
What is going on with Jermaine's head? Like, what's going on up there? Like,
what do you mean?
His hair.
You talking about that color, that wax?
Yeah, what is that?
Stuck to I don't
Jermaine
know.
is, Jermaine want to be Jermaine. He want to be stand out.
He
All these
looks a
guys want to
mess. He
stand out.
looks
They
a
want to be
mess.
different. That's their trademark. I mean, like it, that's everybody has their little trademark.
Yeah.
That they do. He doesn't care. He knows people talk about it. He don't care. Obviously, he don't care. He hasn't changed it. He haven't changed it. Somebody likes it, right? So he's Jermaine Jackson. He's a legendary Jermaine Jackson, the legendary
It's a
Jackson.
mess. It's a
Marlon's birthday
mess.
Marlon's birthday was last week. I posted a picture of me and him on my social media because it was just the happy birthday because it was his birthday. So yeah, I think he just turned. Those guys are old, man. God, they're like, I think he just turned like 68 or something like that. It's crazy that they're that. Like Jackie is in his 70s, man. Yeah, and it's crazy that they're that old. I mean,
Reeby's in her 70s. I saw.
Yeah, she's in her 70s.
Yeah, Reeby's in her 70s.
Yeah, because Mama's I think she's in her 90s.
Yeah, so Reeby can't crawl like a centipede anymore.
Oh, okay. You know what? Play the song, Carl. Play the song, Carl.
All right.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.